paragraph is a section of a written work that consists of one or more sentences, each of which deals with a single point or gives the words of a single speaker, and which starts on a new, generally intended line. The perfect paragraph will start with a topic sentence, and it will contain detailed sentences in the center and the conclusion sentence at the end. The length of a paragraph is meant to be determined by the topic, but many authors may create one only to make sure they aren't delivering too much information in one go.
In writing a paragraph, first you must think of an idea to write a good paragraph. Then you can write your general topic or your main idea. Second, the topic sentence. So the topic sentence, it identifies the main idea. Also, it tells the readers what you will be discussing on the paragraph. Third was supporting sentences. So that is a group of sentences that give more information about the topic sentence. Also, it gives further details or ideas on the topic. So if the sentences are not related to the topic, just exclude it. Last is the concluding sentence. So the concluding sentence is a signal that you're ending your paragraph by restating your topic sentence and summarizing the main topics. Also, by ending your paragraph, you can include also your opinion or your feeling.
To begin, there is something we call a paragraph hamburger, which is an organizer that outlines all of the paragraph's major components. A different portion of this hamburger can be formed by having the elements of a good paragraph, which are the topic sentence, detailed sentence, and closing sentence. First is the opening sentence, often known as the topic sentence. It should introduce the core idea of the issue you'll be discussing in the following paragraph. To put it in another way, it contains the main idea and explains what the paragraph is about. As a result, it captivates your reader's interest and explains why your issue is vital. The supporting sentence, often known as the paragraph's body, comes next. It is here where the topic or major idea is explained, as well as additional material to support it. It also includes elements such as explanations or examples that complement or expand on the main idea. Transition words or phrases are occasionally used to connect supporting statements. Finally, there is the concluding sentence, sometimes known as the closing sentence. It is the section where the ideas offered in the paragraph are summarized. Furthermore, it expresses the same concepts as the topic sentence but in different words. It may also leave a lesson for the audience or readers. That are the parts of a paragraph.
A paragraph can be divided into four main types. These are descriptive, narrative, expository, and persuasive. A paragraph can be used to describe or explain a wide range of topic. Therefore, it is important that we understand this topic in order to write a correct and good paragraph that is relevant to the topic or purpose of writing. So, the first type of paragraph is a descriptive paragraph. From the word descriptive, it means to describe or explain something in detail so that the reader can imagine or feel how event, items, or action in the text happen. A descriptive paragraph is characterized by the use of words that appears in 5 sentences, as well as the use of adjective and adverb. The next type of paragraph is a narrative paragraph, which tells the story of an event in chronological order. It also includes relevant details such as 5 W's. And in writing narrative paragraph, it should begin with topic sentence, followed by body sentence or the middle part of the paragraph, and lastly is the ending sentence. Following that is an expository paragraph. From the word itself, expository, which means to expose or reveal. It also means to explain something or to provide instruction, information, facts, or illustration. Expository paragraph frequently require research with example or illustration to support the statement. And the last type of paragraph is a persuasive paragraph. This paragraph tries to convince or persuade the reader to accept a specific point of view or understand the writer's position. Also, the main goals of this paragraph is to make an effective argument. As a response, the writer must use appropriate evidence to back up their claim or arguments, such as quotation, example, expert opinion, or other facts.
Heading on my own, learning how to ride a bike for the first time was a nerve-wracking, independent moment. This is a narrative paragraph because it explains something that happened. My Uber driver looked like a deflating airbag and surrounded like top radio on repeat. This is a descriptive paragraph because it describes something and makes it clear for the reader. At 9 a.m. in the morning, a school bus collided with a car at the intersection of Jones and Third Streets. This is what's called expository paragraph because it provides information to the reader about a particular topic or subject. The death penalty is a good deterrent for criminals. Beyond that, it is fair because the Bible supports an eye for an eye. We need to keep the death penalty on the books. This is an example of persuasive paragraph because it tries to convince the reader that a particular point of view is worthy of consideration.
Importance of paragraphs. Paragraphs are useful in writing because they provide a structure for arranging your thoughts in a logical sequence. The reader will be guided through your written work if you have a clear arrangement for your paragraphs. Paragraphs provide your content, structure, and flow. They enable you to transition from one thinking to the next. You're notifying your reader that the topic is over and you're moving on when you start a new paragraph. Your amazing thoughts and sound logic will be difficult to follow without this structure. A series of good sentences can create a good paragraph. It should be as long as necessary to establish, develop, and conclude the subject. So don't be concerned with the number of sentences in your paragraph. Transition words will help your reader follow your argument. Transition between paragraphs are also necessary to ensure that your thoughts flow smoothly from one to the next and that your arguments are obvious. Paragraph can make you creative and explain your thoughts for readers to understand the context.
As we come to the end of our presentation, I will just finally summarize the content of this group. Our presentation started with the basic definition of a paragraph, then followed by the fundamentals of how to write a paragraph. Next was the different types of a paragraph. We based it on the types of a paragraph that are frequently used. Second to the last talks about the importance of a paragraph. And lastly, one of my groupmates gives some different examples of how the different types of a paragraph are used.